I'm Denise Vandeville, and this is Finlandia Fridays.
Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. This is a special edition because it's our first Friday the 13th edition. This week's guest is Denise Vandeville, the Dean of the International School of Art and Design here. Welcome to the show, Denise.
Thank you for having me.
You are a second-time guest here.
Yeah.
What kind of reaction did you get to the first episode? Anything good?
Oh, a lot of positive feedback, yeah.
Good to hear, good to hear. Today we're talking about a similar topic to last time. Last time you were on, we actually had a big announcement. We announced the Bruley Scholarship, which was a big deal and quite a fun process last year. Today we're here to talk about a year-long, what do you want to call it? It's a theme we're doing called Studio Days. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Studio Days is?
Well, Studio Days is an opportunity for high school students to be able to come for an afternoon and spend time with us in the art school, working in the studios and learning about the materials.
Sounds like almost like a tryout. Like this is, you get to fully experience what it is to be a Finlandia student for an afternoon at least, which is pretty cool. I just learned today from talking to you, it's actually during what you guys call Studio Fridays, which sounds really exciting. It's a kind of a cool and unique opportunity we provide for our students. What is Studio Fridays?
Well, Studio Fridays is based on the Finnish design education system. And so we are using that, parts of that, and to set up a situation where students are able to come in and work for long periods of time, so block times. So they can work for 5 hours at a time on Fridays with whatever classes they might be having.
Sounds like a cool opportunity, and that's part of the reason we went on the Studio Days, because it's really about getting in there and getting into work inside of the studio spaces to make some art, right, which is a lot of fun. And Studio Days, what will happen is you come here on the early afternoon and you will get to meet with people from admissions, financial aid, get a little bit of logistics out of the way, understand what it means to be a college student, and then you get to go right into the studio space to work with a different professor every time. You work on a specific project or go through a specific set of steps involved with all these different specialties here at Finlandia University, including ceramic design, fiber and fashion design, graphic design, intermedia, and integrated design. Every one of those is going to be taught by the specific professor that's associated with them. Yours is specifically going to be about ceramic design. You were actually a ceramic design student here, correct?
Yes, many years ago.
What was it like? And you were in the Judah Center at the time.
No, actually we were on main campus
Really?
Still. Yeah, this is before the Judah Center was used. Yep.
Tell me about, I'd love to tell this story too. Just how much better is it now than it was then?
We've been lucky. The ceramic studio, even on the main campus, was well equipped. Had all of the equipment that we needed, which is now the nursing lab
Yep.
on main campus. But the other studios definitely have improved greatly since we moved to the Judah Center, and that was in 2005, I believe we moved to the Judah Center. Yeah.
And it's more space, it's better equipment,
Better lighting.
and what I just like is the whole feel. When you walk down around those hallways into those classrooms, it just feels like you're in a creator space, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So you're going to be doing ceramic design. What do you expect a student to experience during the time they'll spend with you on those days?
Well, it is very small projects, things that they can accomplish in the first time that they're there, the whole time that they're there. And really it focuses on our curriculum strengths. Our curriculum, just like the Finnish design education system, we focus on materials and knowledge of materials. So as they're in the ceramic design, they'll be learning about clay, the aspects of clay, how to use it, how to make things with it.
I love the video we put out earlier this summer. Had one of our students from Dollar Bay, he lives in Dollar Bay, I believe, and he was talking about how he makes dirt into clay. And I thought that quote was just a beautiful piece there.
Yeah.
And something that students that are interested in ceramic design will really get to feel for here, is getting to know those materials like you're talking about.
Well, one of the things that I love about ceramics, and then what drew me to ceramic design, is the idea that as an artist you work with fire, earth, water, and air. And those are the things that you manipulate to make objects.
I love it.
So do I.
That's exciting stuff. We're going to dive into each of those other different specialties for a quick minute here. Fiber and fashion design is a big one. Tell us a little bit about Phyllis and that program.
Sure. Our fiber and fashion design program is run by Phyllis Fredendahl. and we once again have this focus on understanding the materials. So we start with fiber. They start by learning how to spin yarn and weave yarn, and that moves into other aspects of learning about the fiber, and then they eventually turn that into clothing. So the fashion design comes in after you learn the basics about fiber.
Excellent. The next one is Tom Adolph's in graphic design, which is a program that's really grown, and not necessarily our program, but the field of graphic design has really grown over the last decade or so.
Yes, every day, everything that you see is touched by graphic design. Our graphic design program, we have a wonderful Mac lab downstairs with state-of-the-art software, as well as drawing tablets and those kind of things. I'm a mud person, so I'm not really a digital person, but that studio is also very well equipped. So those of you that are into computer software will have more than enough to do there.
And the last two we're going to talk about are both things that are kind of unique here, but also things that I think a lot of people might see and are not sure what that means. And the first one is Intermedia, and I actually talked to our new professor, Dylan. What's his last name?
Dylan Wheeler.
Wheeler. So I talked to him recently about what his vision on this art and this Intermedia, what it means to him, and I loved it. If you go to finlandia.edu and search Dylan Wheeler, you'll actually find an article where he kind of gives a little bit of his philosophy on art, which I think is quite interesting. But tell us a little bit about Intermedia and what a student can expect in that program.
Sure. Well, Intermedia is really originally studio arts, drawing, painting, illustration. But now in the 21st century, that isn't just something where you use just a pencil or just a paintbrush. So our Intermedia program takes studio arts and incorporates the digital aspects into it. So the students draw and scan things in the computer, and then they print them back out and they draw on them again. It's this kind of back and forth. And the integration of digital into the studio practice.
Excellent. The final one is integrated design, another program that's pretty unique to Finlandia.
Yep, integrated design is another one that really takes the basics of product design, which would be something that people are much more familiar with, interior design, and they integrate those. So you become a designer, a problem solver. You focus on not specialities, but being a problem solver of the nth degree.
Excellent. So you get to meet, each one of these different studio days, you'll get to work with one of those professors to get to know that field a little bit better. You can see the full schedule at finlandia.edu/studio days. While you're there, you can also reserve your spot and pick which one will work best for you. And again, any high school student that's interested in becoming an artist or studying art is welcome to come to those, as well as maybe transfer students. Say, students from Bay College or Gogebic who want to come up here and visit, see what our studios are like. Check that out. I want to thank you, Denise, for being on the show today.
Definitely.
And
Thank you for having me.
I want to thank the listener for being out there. Again, you can find all of our show information on finlandia.edu/Fridays, or you can subscribe to this podcast on basically anywhere you get podcasts. Again, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to Finlandia Fridays, and we'll see you guys next Friday.